Secret Mom Hacks, episode number 48. My name is Krista, and I am your host. It's January 3rd, 2024. Happy New Year, y'all. I hope you and yours had a truly delightful holiday season and lovely New Year's celebration. Now is where the rubber meets the road and we start working towards those goals and aspirations I talked about in last week's episode. Here in the next few weeks, I'll be sharing my 24 and 24, and I hope you'll share yours with me too. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, make sure you go back and listen to episode number 47, where we talked all about goal setting and how I ditched New Year's resolutions, if you will, because I was inspired by Gretchen Rubin's 2022 and 22 concept, or 23 and 23 concept. And this being a new year, now we are doing a 24 in 24. So I hope you'll share yours with me too. You can submit them through the contact form on my website over at secretmomhacks.com, or feel free to tag me at Secret Mom Hacks if you put your 24 in 24 out on any of your socials. I would love to cheer you on as you are working through checking off those goals. Well, one of my 23 and 23 goals that I checked off my list was to get out of credit card debt. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not a podcast about money, but we all know that family life comes with its joys, challenges, and of course, financial responsibilities. Whether you are managing a household or navigating the costs of education, healthcare, or those unexpected expenses, the importance of effective budgeting cannot be overstated. It's not just about dollars and cents. It's about creating a foundation for a secure and fulfilling family life. Today, we'll unravel the complexities of family budgeting and we'll shed light on a tool that's been helping families not only stay afloat, but thrive in their financial journey. And it is an app that our family uses and we love it. We'll explore its features, talk about some success stories, and discover how it can be a valuable ally in your pursuit of financial well being. Before we get into that, though, I just want to say thanks for tuning in, Mama. I started this podcast because babies don't come with instructions. As of this recording, I am chasing around a 5-year-old that no amount of Googling, mom groups, or books were able to prepare me for. There's a lot of stuff people don't talk about when it comes to pre pregnancy, during pregnancy, and postpartum. And as someone who was previously terrified of all of the above, I am here to help you pull back the curtain on all of it. And every now and then, it may get a little messy. We may share a little TMI, but that's why you're here, right? My goal is you will leave every episode feeling refreshed, inspired, and hopeful, knowing you are not on this mom journey alone. Now, there's a lot of subject matter to cover when it comes to mom life, and we are covering it all. So, let's talk about budgeting. Before we get into the nitty gritty, let's reflect on why budgeting is so crucial for families. It's not just about cutting costs or restricting spending. It's a strategic and empowering approach to managing your finances. Budgeting is the roadmap to financial freedom, the key to breaking free from the chains of debt, and the passport to achieving your family's dreams. So grab your notepads, open your minds, and get ready to embark on a journey towards mastering your money. So, budgeting isn't just about tracking expenses, it's the cornerstone of financial stability for families. Think of it as a financial compass guiding you through the twists and turns of your unique journey. By crafting and sticking to a budget, families gain a powerful tool to navigate through the complexities of income, expenses, and savings. But why is financial stability so crucial for families? Well, picture this: a family that has control over its finances is better equipped to handle life's unexpected challenges. Whether it's a medical emergency, a necessary home repair, or planning for the future, a well thought out budget provides a solid foundation. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: Debt. Debt can cast a long shadow over family dynamics and well being. It's not just a financial burden, it seeps into every aspect of life. Studies have shown that financial stress is a leading cause of marital discord and can impact children's well being. Consider this: when a family is drowning in debt, it's challenging to focus on creating memorable experiences, investing in education, or planning for the future. The constant pressure of debt payments can strain relationships and hinder the pursuit of long term goals. And this is something I can speak from personal experience on. In my first marriage, debt and financial stressors were a huge issue in our relationship. And so, of course, you can go back to episode 41, Navigating Divorce While Raising an Infant, my story of empowerment and growth. And you can hear all of the nuances that I was dealing with in my divorce journey, but debt was a major part of that as well. There were numerous times I wanted my now ex-husband and I to sit down and talk about finances, talk about a budget, put it together, look at it every month or a couple of times a month so that we could just be on the same page with our spending and looking ahead to the future. And something he would say to me was, "It's not that difficult, Krista. We just have to spend less than we make." Hello, one of many red flags in that marriage. So, anyway, communication and being on the same page with your spouse, we're going to get further into that here deeper into this episode. But anyway, I want you to think of budgeting like this: budgeting is not a restriction, it's a liberation from the shackles of financial uncertainty. So, as we navigate through this episode, keep in mind that the journey to financial stability begins with understanding the significance of budgeting. It's not just about numbers, it's about building a resilient foundation for your family's future. So, let's dive into the challenges families commonly face when managing their finances. Family finances, much like a roller coaster, can be exhilarating and challenging. From day to day expenses to long term financial goals, families are often juggling multiple financial responsibilities. One common challenge is the ever present threat of unexpected expenses. Life has a way of throwing curveballs: a sudden medical bill, car repairs, or even a job loss. These unexpected expenses can send even the most well prepared families into a financial tailspin. Without a robust financial plan, families may find themselves struggling to cope with these financial shocks. Additionally, lifestyle changes can also wreak havoc on family finances. Whether it's a new addition to the family, a move to a different city, or a change in employment status, these transitions often come with significant financial implications. Adjusting to these changes requires careful planning and flexibility. Enter financial stress, the unwelcome companion of these challenges. Financial stress can strain relationships, like we've talked about, impact mental health, and create an atmosphere of uncertainty within the family. It's a tough road, but the good news is that disciplined budgeting can be a powerful antidote to these challenges. Disciplined budgeting is not about restriction, it's about empowerment. By creating a realistic budget and sticking to it, families can build a financial buffer to cushion the impact of unexpected expenses. Imagine having a plan in place that accounts for life's uncertainties, a plan that allows you to weather financial storms with confidence. That's the promise of disciplined budgeting. It's a proactive approach that turns financial challenges into opportunities for growth and resilience. In my journey to get my personal finances under control, in particular when I was going through my divorce and then now starting a new life chapter, finding love again, getting married, I have come across an app that has been so extraordinarily helpful. So I want to rewind just a little bit. So before I had even filed for divorce, something that was hugely important to me was getting my budgeting under control, creating a budget, sticking to it month in, month out. At that point, I was single mom, focusing solely, depending on my income taking care of my little one. And perhaps you may be familiar with Dave Ramsey. He has a very popular podcast and has helped so many people around the world get their finances under control and experience true financial freedom. And so, one of his concepts is the debt snowball and also the envelope system. So, in particular, I want to focus on the envelope system. So, I was using the envelope system. If you are not familiar with that, go search for Dave Ramsey envelope system. The basic premise of this is that you are only spending money that you have. So, you are not using any credit. You are only using cash, cash flowing in from whatever sources of income you have. And so I would get my paycheck. And of course, I had certain bills that were just on auto draft from my bank account, right? So I always made sure I had that money in my bank account. But then when it came to variable expenses such as gas and eating out and clothing and those types of things, just various miscellaneous lifestyle expenses. Those are all variable expenses that can fluctuate from month to month, right? So I really thrived on that envelope system. Now, fast forward to like 2 years later, and I moved to a different city and I am newly married. And so now my husband and I are getting on the same page with our finances, right? And I'm very fortunate now that he truly is a partner in all of the ways, including financially and budgeting and so on. So something that I realized when I had moved to when we had gotten married, we'd moved to this different town, the bank that I normally used, so every pay period I would go to my bank, withdraw the money for my variable expenses. And like I said, I would pay cash for everything out of my envelopes. And when the money was gone out of the envelope, the money was gone until the next payday. Well, when we moved to this new town, my bank was completely on the other side of town from our neighborhood. I mean, truly it turned into like a 20 or 30-minute drive to get to the bank. Whereas in where I was living previously, it was just like 5 minutes away. It was really easy for me to get to. So, I unfortunately strayed a little bit from that envelope system because it was just really difficult for me to withdraw my cash every pay period. So, I started Googling virtual envelope system, virtual envelope budget system. And in my perfect Google search of that particular phrase, I discovered this app called Cube Money. So, what is the Cube Money app? Let me tell you about it. It's basically the same thing as what I was doing with the envelope system, but it's all through an app and using a card. So now I never have to physically go to the bank to withdraw money unless I truly have a cash only transaction where I need physical dollars. But everything we purchase these days is using our debit card, right? We purchase things on Amazon. You can't pay cash to Amazon. You make an order online. You can't pay with physical cash, right? But you can pay with a debit card. So it's the same idea. Cube Money, when you sign up for it, you download the app, you set it all up, and they send you a Cube card that correlates with your app, and that is how you manage your money. So let's jump into how this all works. So, Cube Money is not just another budgeting tool, it is a comprehensive financial solution designed with families in mind. So, imagine having a digital assistant that not only tracks your spending, but also guides you through the intricacies of budgeting. It operates on this unique system of digital envelopes or cubes, each dedicated to a specific category of spending. So it takes this traditional envelope budgeting method and brings it into the digital age, allowing families to allocate funds for groceries, bills, entertainment, etc. And one of the standout features of Cube Money is its real time tracking. So as you make purchases, the app updates your spending in each cube instantly. No more surprises at the end of the month. You have a clear visual representation of where your money is going. Now, let's talk about how Cube Money simplifies the budgeting process for families. Traditional budgeting can be time consuming, it can be complex. Cube Money simplifies the entire process, making it accessible and user friendly. With this app, families can easily set financial goals, allocate funds to various categories, and track progress effortlessly. The app eliminates guesswork, allowing families to make informed financial decisions and stay on top of their spending. Now, let's explore how the Cube Money app can be a powerful ally in helping families stay debt free. Picture this: a world where debt is not a constant shadow, where families can navigate their financial journey with confidence and control. Cube Money brings us closer to that reality with features specifically designed to prevent and eliminate debt. One of these standout features is the ability to create cubes for specific financial goals, whether it's an emergency fund, a vacation, or paying off outstanding debts. By allocating funds to these cubes, families can proactively work towards their financial objectives, breaking free from the cycle of debt. But it's not just about setting goals, it's about proactive budgeting. The app encourages families to assign money to specific categories, creating a clear and realistic spending plan. This level of granularity helps families track their expenses effectively and ensures that every dollar has a purpose. Let's talk about reasonable spending. The app takes the guesswork out of budgeting by providing real time updates on spending in each category. If a cube is running low, that's a visual cue to reconsider discretionary spending in that area. It's about making informed choices in the moment, avoiding impulsive decisions that can lead to financial strain. The app also encourages savings habits by allowing families to allocate funds to savings cubes, whether it's for a rainy day or a future investment. Cube Money makes saving seamless and integrated into the overall budgeting process. Now, let's bring the concepts we've discussed to life by walking through a hypothetical scenario of a family using this app to budget effectively. Meet the Johnson family, a typical family with two working parents, three kids, and the usual assortment of monthly expenses. Now, let's see how Cube Money becomes an integral part of their financial journey. Firstly, the Johnsons set up their Cube Money app with various cubes for different categories. They allocate funds for groceries, utilities, mortgage, entertainment, and even set aside a portion for savings and debt repayment. As the month progresses, the family starts spending. Every time they make a purchase, the app updates in real time, showing them how much they have left in each cube. This instant feedback keeps them on track and prevents overspending. Let's say there's a spontaneous decision to eat out. Instead of dipping into their grocery budget, they can quickly adjust their dining out cube, ensuring that they stay within their overall budget. Now, as payday arrives, the Johnsons receive their income and they allocate funds to each cube for the upcoming month. This proactive approach ensures they have a plan in place and are prepared for upcoming expenses. As the Johnsons consistently use the app, they start to notice a shift in their spending habits. They become more intentional about their purchases, and the visual representation of their budget helps them prioritize their financial goals. Here are some tips and tricks that families like the Johnsons find helpful when optimizing the use of the Cube Money app. Regular check ins. Schedule regular family meetings to review the budget and discuss any adjustments needed. Goal setting. Use the savings cubes to set specific financial goals, whether it's a vacation fund or an emergency fund. Having tangible goals keeps the family motivated. And I can speak personally on this one for sure because I have set up savings cubes for all of our past year's worth of vacations. And it's what I'm using to prepare for the Disney cruise that we're about to go on as well. Okay, adjust and adapt. Life is dynamic, and so is your budget. Be flexible and adjust your cube allocations based on changing circumstances. Educate the whole family. Involve everyone in the budgeting process. This fosters a sense of responsibility and financial literacy among all family members. By following these tips, families like the Johnsons can maximize the benefits of Cube Money, turning it into a tool that not only tracks spending, but actively shapes their financial future. Now, let's explore some general tips that can enhance your family's budgeting skills. First and foremost, let's talk about the importance of creating a realistic budget. It's crucial to set achievable financial goals. Your budget should reflect your family's unique circumstances, taking into account your income, expenses, and long term aspirations. The key is to strike a balance between your financial ambitions and your day to day needs. Communication is the linchpin of successful family budgeting. Make it a priority to have open and honest discussions about your financial situation. Whether it's setting spending limits, discussing financial goals, or addressing unexpected expenses, a united front with your partner fosters a sense of shared responsibility and reduces the likelihood of financial stress. And as I'd mentioned earlier on in the episode, if your partner is minimizing the need for a budget, if they are belittling you, might be time to talk with a counselor and get to the root of those communication issues and those types of behaviors. Okay, let's connect this back to the Cube Money app. Utilize the app as a communication tool within your family. Regularly review your Cube allocations together and discuss any adjustments that may be needed. The app becomes a visual representation of your financial goals and progress, enhancing transparency and accountability. Setting financial goals is a cornerstone of effective budgeting. These goals provide direction and purpose to your budget, turning it into a strategic roadmap for your family's financial future. Whether it's saving for a dream vacation, an emergency fund, or paying off debt, having specific, measurable goals keeps your family motivated and focused. And regular assessment is key. Take the time to regularly review and adjust your budget as circumstances change. This proactive approach ensures that your budget remains a living document, adapting to your family's evolving priorities and challenges. And lastly, remember that budgeting is a skill that improves over time. It's okay to make mistakes and learn from them. Be patient with yourselves as a family and celebrate the small victories along the way. As we conclude this episode, I encourage you to implement these tips into your family's budgeting routine. Whether you're using the Cube Money app or another method, the principles of effective budgeting remain the same. Now, for all of you who have listened this far, I have a special gift for you. You can actually get 2 months free of Cube using my promo code. If you use the code Secret Mom Hacks all together, all one word, when you download the app, you're going to get 2 months free off your plan. And I do want to share, should you decide to move forward and become a paid member of Cube Money, which I highly recommend, our family is a paid premium member using the Cube Money app because it unlocks all of the features that I've talked about. It unlocks more digital envelopes, more cubes, etc., for all the financial goals and dreams your family has. That is something we definitely needed. So if you have big goals and dreams like us, you're probably going to need the paid version of the app too. Now, there is a monthly and an annual plan that you can choose from. Our family does the monthly plan, and as of this recording, that is only $8 a month. Okay. And so $8 a month, it's completely worth it for us to get all the benefits that we get from the Cube app. Now, of course, I do want to be transparent. When you subscribe, Cube will send me a little commission as a thank you for referring you to them. Okay. So just want to be open and honest about that. I am only going to share about products that work for our family, that we believe in, and that we fully support. So I can definitely feel good about telling you about the Cube Money app because it has helped our family become debt free It has helped us fully fund our vacations since we started using it, and I have no doubt we will be using it for many, many years to come to achieve the numerous financial goals our family has. So, thank you for joining me today on Secret Mom Hacks. As we wrap, I just want to share that gentle reminder that it's hard to take care of those you love if you're not taking care of yourself. So, stay hydrated. Make time for a 5 to 10 minute walk around your office, house, whatever. If you can squeeze in a 30-minute activity that will get your heart rate up and make you sweat, amazing. And don't forget to wash your face and slather on a great overnight moisturizer before bed and sunscreen in the morning. Your skin will thank you. I appreciate you spending time with me today and hope you found today's topic about budgeting and the Cube Money app helpful. If that's the case, please subscribe for free if you haven't already. Give me a 5-star rating and leave a review sharing your favorite takeaway so far. Make sure you stop by secretmomhacks.com where you can find transcripts, resources, and more. Stay tuned for next week's episode. And until then, you've got this, Mama.